Hello, I'm Abby and welcome to this vinyasa flow class. We're going to be focusing on a lovely leg stretch today, as well as a little bit of hips and chest shoulders opening. So a little bit of something hopefully for everybody. As always, please take responsibility for your own safety. Be mindful of any conditions or injuries that you have. Please modify as you wish and just avoid anything if it doesn't feel right. Today you will need a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt or a scarf. They work just as good. Otherwise, grab your props now. And also a block is just going to be really handy to have to hand as well. So we're going to begin on our backs. Feel free for this hour's class to start a playlist if you wish to practice to music. Otherwise, just feel free to practice with the quiet. Starting on your backs, coming down without any props. Coming to stretch long if that feels good, reaching your arms overhead and your toes away from you. Take a big stretch, whatever time of the day it is for you, wherever you are, just coming into stillness to begin with on your back. So Shavasana. Bring your hands down by your sides, palms facing up to the sky, rock the legs, rock the feet out side to side. Close down the eyes and take a deep breath in. And then exhale through the mouth. Sigh out. Take that twice more. Deep breath in. And exhale to release. One more really deep breath in, filling the lungs. And long breath out. Just be still. Allowing your body to soften, your breath to become steady. Not needing to change anything here, but just checking in. How are you feeling physically, emotionally, mentally today? Arriving to this safe space that is your body, arriving to your mat. Bringing your awareness internal rather than that external noise, the external busyness that you don't need right here. Taking a few more deep breaths in and out as you rest in Shavasana. And then bringing movement to fingers and toes, perhaps making fists and then stretching the palms, maybe circling the ankles, waking the body up, reaching the arms overhead again, stretching really long, bringing the feet together, we're creating a banana shape, so shuffling the arms and the legs over to your right, but keeping the back body just flat on the mat. So you're feeling a lengthening down the left side of the body and the right side, but just arching over to that right side. So a really deep stretch into the left. Take a deep breath in and out there into the left ribs. If you want to increase it here for a couple more breaths, you can take hold of the left wrist with the right hand and cross the left ankle over the right ankle. Allow your head just to drop to wherever it wants to go. Try to relax the body here, back down into your mat. And then slowly coming through the center, you can guess where we're going, just shuffling over to the other side, so over to your left. Again, both sides of the body nice and long, but just arching over to the left, breathing into the right side of the body. You can increase it if you did on the other side, balancing out, taking hold of that right wrist and right ankle coming over the left ankle. Take another deep breath in and out. Try to relax the shoulders, soften your face, your neck, and come back through the center. Again, maybe stretching long and then hugging your knees into your chest. Just taking a rock and roll side to side. And then hands onto the tops of the knees, just taking the knees in circles away from each other. The knees coming together and then apart, just beginning to work into your hips. We'll take a happy baby here. So hands coming onto your ankles or the outsides of the feet if that feels within reach. Draw the knees down either side of your ribs towards your armpits. Try to lengthen your tailbone back down towards the mat and the shoulders and the neck. You can either rock if that feels good. Perhaps your legs are already feeling a little open, depending on how you are this morning, whether you're feeling a little bit stiff or today I should say, may not be your morning. So perhaps just straightening one leg at a time, just feeling how that feels, noticing any differences between right and left. And then releasing, just give the legs a shake out, really kicking into the feet, the toes. And then taking your strap here, we're going to come back down onto our backs and just taking the strap around the sole of the right foot. Start with the left knee bent, so your left sole of the foot is into the mat and your left knee is bent, and then extending the right foot to the sky. Use the strap or your scarf, whatever you've got, as an extension of your arms. No need to straighten the leg to begin with, and it may help to point the toe just to release the hamstrings a little bit or give them a little bit of a chance before you flex the foot. And then try to draw your shoulders back down towards the mat and keep lifting that foot. You can just use one hand, because we're going to hold here for several breaths. So micro bend in that right knee, and it doesn't matter where you are. Try to avoid the temptation to pull that foot closer towards you. It may be that after several breaths, you find there's a little bit more opening in the hamstrings and you can bring that foot towards you, but just breathe wherever you are. Taking 2 more deep breaths in and out. And then begin to take that foot just directly out to the side. So seeing if you can keep the foot in line with the hip. If you have the space, maybe that foot coming all the way down to your side, but just holding there for a couple of breaths. Just being gentle as we're not warmed up yet. Bringing that right foot back into the center. And from here, then if it feels like there's space in your body to increase it, you can extend that left leg away. And then maybe lifting the body, drawing the leg a little bit closer towards you, forehead towards your shin. Take a deep breath in and out, going to wherever you can, and then gently release and rest that leg down. Shake the legs out, switching sides. Plant the right foot into the mat, take your strap around the left sole of the foot. And again, just take a moment here, no need to pull ever or force the body in our yoga practice. Perhaps pointing the left toes and then flexing the foot. And just take a few deep breaths here. Remember, you can micro bend the knee. That's just going to help protect your joint, protect your hamstrings. Maybe closing your eyes, just really focusing on some steady deep breaths in and out here. And then after a few more breaths, maybe just seeing if you can draw the foot a little bit closer. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose. And then keeping your pelvis square, so keeping your hips level. So as we take that left leg over and out to the side, we're not allowing that right hip to lift up too much. Taking that left foot to wherever it wants to go, breathing deeply, couple of breaths there. And draw that left leg back into the center. Again, if you did on the other side and you want to extend the other leg away, so the right leg reaching away, and then maybe lifting the body, drawing the leg a little bit closer towards you, shin towards your face. Take another deep breath in and out. And then gently release, let go, shake the legs out. Stretch long, maybe reach the feet up to the sky, good little shake. And then crossing the ankles as you roll up, bringing the hands forward. We're coming straight into downward dog, so no rush to get there. Spreading your hands, spreading your fingers, lifting the tailbone to the sky. Just bringing your feet down about 6 inches apart. Have a little wiggle if that feels good, or come to stillness, whatever works for you. And then if you're wiggling, if you're moving, try to find stillness and focus on your breath. Your gaze is between your thighs or towards your navel, spreading the fingers, pressing into the hands, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Keep a micro bend through the knees if that helps to lengthen the spine, and then thinking about the heels pressing down towards the ground. Hands grounded as you walk up, just little steps on your tiptoes, and then feet coming with a few inches apart, just folding forward, hands pressing into the mat, tipping the weight forward. Remember, you can bend the knees as much as you need to get the hands grounded. Pressing into the hands and then grounding the feet, taking an inhale, lifting halfway, fingertips can come to the knees, draw the shoulders back. Exhale to fold, hands press into the mat, drop the head. Twice more, inhale, halfway lift, maybe just to the fingertips, draw the navel in. Exhale to fold. Last time, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold over the legs. This time coming all the way up, flat back, soft knees, arms reach up, looking to the thumbs. And exhaling, hands heart center. Take a moment here in Tadasana, hands in heart center. Soften your shoulders, keep your eyes open. And just take a moment setting yourself perhaps a focus or an intention for your practice, perhaps for your day or your week. How would you like to feel during your practice? Perhaps to feel calm, to feel focused, to feel strong. Whatever it is that you need from your practice today, setting that as your intention. Taking a deep breath in, reaching the arms up above the head. Exhale, diving forward and down, hands into the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Planting the hands, just stepping the right foot back here. Bring the right hand inside that left foot. Take the left hand up to the sky. Take a twist. Spreading the left fingers. Keep drawing the left hip back. Keeping that right leg lovely, super strong as well. Looking to the left palm, tuck the chin. Keeping the back of the neck long. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, left hand comes down, left foot steps back to your plank pose. Hold here for a breath, option to have a little bit of movement on your toes. And then lowering your knees, chest and your chin, keep the elbows in. Inhale, peeling forward to your cobra. Exhale to lower, tuck the toes, sit bones back to the heels. Extended child's pose, take a breath here. As you exhale, lift up, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Next inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Look forward, step the right foot lightly to the hands. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, feet together and fold over the legs. Root down to rise up, arms reach up. Exhaling, hands heart center, straight to the left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward and down. Inhaling halfway. Plant the hands, just stepping the left foot back here. So left hand stays down now, right hand reaching to the sky. Keep hugging the thighs in towards each other. Spread the fingers, whole body active here. Deep breath in. Exhaling, right hand comes down, step the right foot back, plank pose. Again, holding here, engaging through your bandhas, your core, Uddiyana Bandha, your navel drawing in. Take a deep breath in. Your choice, knees, chest, or chin, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga even. Lowering down, keep the elbows in. Inhale, peeling up to your cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, pressing back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, floating the left leg to the sky. Look forward, step the left foot lightly to the hands. Inhaling, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, feet together, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Take a moment, pause and breathe. Maybe taking layers off if you're getting a little bit warm like me. And then when you're ready, feet together if they're not already, top of the mat. Take an inhale, reaching up, optional to arch back a little bit. Exhale to the fold, hands into the mat. Inhaling halfway, planting the hands, stepping or floating back if that's in your practice. Lower down through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, pressing straight back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Have a little wiggle here if it feels good. Wiggle out the hips, pressing the heels down. Press into the hands and then look between your hands. Bring your right hand under your face. Look under the left armpit. We're coming to twisted downward dog. So keep both heels pressing down equally into the mat. Maybe you just stay here looking under that left armpit, pressing into the left palm. If you can, taking the right hand to the outside of that left hip and maybe down the leg towards that left ankle. You can just gently use it as a lever to find a little bit more twist here. Breathing deeply. This is going to feel different for everybody. This feels quite nice for me, but if it doesn't feel good for you, just come out. Deep breath in. Keep pressing both heels down, pressing into that left palm. Long breath out. Release the right hand back to the top of the mat. Regular down dog. Other side, left hand comes under your face. Look under the right armpit, twisting the body there. Keep the heels pressing down and then option to take that left hand to your right hip, maybe down the leg to the outside of the ankle, just finding a little bit more rotation in your twisted down dog. 2 more breaths. Breathing deeply. Ujjayi breath, your audible, strong breath in and out. And then releasing left hand to the top of the mat. Have a little wiggle there, pedal the heels out. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Next, inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. Just opening the hips here, so keeping the shoulders square, both arms straight and strong. Right knee pointing to the sky and right heel coming close into that left glute. Take a breath. And then next, inhale, straighten the right leg. Bring the right foot across your body to the outside towards that left hand, so the outside of your left side of your mat. Roll to the inside of the left foot. And just come into fallen triangle here. So perhaps you want to keep both hands down. Otherwise, see if you can take that left hand to the sky, looking up to the left hand. Wherever you are, try not to let the hips sink down. Lift them up and away from the mat. Left hand comes down, back to the mat. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Look forward, step the right foot through between the hands, grounding the back foot here, setting up for warrior 2. Inhale as you lift the arms and exhale, spiraling open and out to your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So adjust your feet as you need to, right toes pointing forward to the top of the mat and left toes slightly turned in, just not pointing backwards. Bending into that right knee, feeling the openness through your hips, lifting through your thighs. Arms strong, opening through the chest and shoulders. Holding here, 2 more breaths. Draw the navel in. Drishti, your focus over those right fingertips. So try not to look at the screen too much, just listening to the instructions and seeing if you can really focus on your body, your breath, and your practice. Taking a breath here. Take a reverse with the right palm facing up. Right knee stays bent, so reaching the right fingertips up towards the sky. Breathing into the right side of the body. Inhale there. Exhale, coming to our first balance. You may want a block here. Coming to half moon, right side. So right hand down onto the floor or your block towards the top of the mat in front of that right foot and slightly to the side. Left hand encouraging that left hip open. Flex the left toes and then maybe left hand reaching up towards the sky, perhaps taking the gaze up towards that left hand. Take a breath. Soften the right knee with control, left foot stepping down. Come find your reverse again with that right knee bent, right hand reaching up. Exhaling, taking it to side angle, so right forearm, right thigh, left hand, bring it in front of you, and then reaching the left fingertips forward, palm facing down, and that left shoulder and left ribs opening towards the sky. Pressing down through the outer ridge of the left foot. Take one more breath here. And then a little freestyle reverse, so just gently lifting up, maybe the right knee begins to straighten. And exhale to cartwheel, hands frame that right foot, stepping back to your plank pose. You can skip your vinyasa if you want to just come straight to down dog. Otherwise, from your plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog, and exhale, meeting back in downward facing dog. Steady your breath. Remember, you can take child's pose at any time. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Next, inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Bending the knee, opening the hips. Breathing into the front of that left hip. Squeezing your left heel towards your right glute. Seeing if you can keep your shoulders nice and square. So if you're not sure, just see if it feels like that left shoulder is lifting and see if you can draw it back down so your chest is facing your right thigh. Inhale to straighten that left leg. Bring the foot to the outside of the right side of the mat towards your right hand, and then roll to the inside of that right foot, fallen triangle, right hand reaching to the sky. Just remember to keep lifting the hips away from the mat, reaching up, breathing in. And exhale, bring that right hand back down. Inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, stepping that left foot through to the hands. Grounding the back foot. I'm going to have my back to you, but it's exactly the same as we did on the other side. Warrior two, left side. So adjust your feet, long stance, bending into that left knee. Keep it directly over the ankle. Reaching into your fingertips, fingers are together. Just making sure that right arm, your back arm, isn't dropping down or lifting up too much. Directly out and level. Gazing over the left fingertips. Take a deep breath into the hips, into the heart. Long breath out. One more deep breath in. Steady exhale. And then finding your reverse, keep the left knee exactly as it is, bent and reaching that left hand up to the sky. Right fingertips just resting on your right leg. Looking to that left palm, reaching into the fingertips, breathing into the left ribs. As you exhale, coming to find your half moon left side. So adjust, set yourself up with your block. Left hand under that left shoulder, lift the right leg. Right hand encouraging that right hip open, and then maybe right hand reaching to the sky, keeping all your legs super active, keeping that back foot nice and awake, creating space and finding length in your limbs. Inhale there. With control, soften the left knee, right foot steps down, back to your reverse, and then side angle left side, so left forearm, left thigh, right arm coming down in front of you, and then peeling open, right palm facing down. Holding here in your extended side angle, pressing through the outer edge of that right foot, engage the right glute. Inhale to freestyle reverse, make it like a dance. And then exhale to cartwheel, hands frame the left foot, stepping back either straight to down dog, optional vinyasa. Just take your time. There's no rush. We'll meet back in Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So a simple little flow. You may be super familiar with these postures. So we're just looking at moving through mindfully, going to be adding on a little bit of fun. Right side on an inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip. Inhale to straighten that right leg. This time bringing the right foot to the outside of that left hand. If you can, so up a little bit higher. Roll to the inside of the left foot. Maybe this time seeing if that right leg will hover off the ground, even just for a breath, even just for a millimeter. See if you can lift it. Keep lifting the hips, looking up. Deep breath in. Look down, left hand down. Inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Again, bending the knee, open the hip. Stay here, three-legged dog, or option to shift the weight forward into your hands, coming to your wild thing. Be mindful of that left shoulder as the right foot comes down, left sole of the foot is grounded, and you're on the right tiptoes. Take a breath there, lifting the hips, lift the heart, and then look down, right hand down. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Last time here for this flow, right foot through between the hands. Ground the back foot, inhale to rise. Open out, warrior two. Take a breath. Find your reverse, inhale, reaching up. Exhale to your half moon, using that block or sitting. If your hand can float away from the ground, lifting the left hand to the sky, find your balance, open the hips. Lengthening through your limbs, deep breath in. And then stepping back down, find your reverse. Exhaling to your side angle, right forearm, right thigh, left hand down and in front, and then palm facing down. Option to take a half bind here, turning the left palm away from you, arm wrapping long, finding the right hip crease. Rolling that left shoulder back, take a deep breath in, long breath out. Keep the reverse as you lift up for a little freestyle. Keep that half bind, and then releasing the arms, cartwheeling, hands frame the right foot, stepping back, down dog, optional vinyasa. Your choice, there's no rush, take your time, do what feels good for your body. Pressing back, we're meeting downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, foot the left leg. Bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale to straighten, bring the left foot to the outside, the right hand, and then again, maybe finding that you can lift that left foot, lift the hips. Don't worry if the foot is on the floor, just stay there breathing, otherwise lift that foot, lifting up. Look down, right hand down, inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip again, stay in your three-legged dog here, or option to shift the weight forward into your hands, left foot coming down for your wild thing. So we're grounding that right sole of the foot, and on the left toes, lift the hips, open through the heart, left fingertips reaching forward. Inhale there, look back down, left hand down, inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, with control, lightly step the left foot between the hands. Right foot grounding down. Inhale to rise. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Take a breath. Find your focus, find your breath. And then reverse, left fingertips to the sky. Exhaling, opening out to your balance, half moon, left side. Use a block or maybe finding lightness through that hand. Reaching up with the right hand. Take up space. Deep breath in. Soften the left knee, right foot steps down. Find your reverse again. Coming to our side angle, left side, left forearm down, right arm down and in front, peeling open. Option again for half bind, turn the right palm away, arm wrapping, finding the left hip crease. Lengthening crown of the head towards the top of the mat. Keep that half bind if you have it with the right hand as you lift up. Last time, little freestyle reverse, left hand reaching up. And then exhale to cartwheel, release the arm. Hands frame that left foot, stepping back. Either down dog, optional vinyasa, your choice. And then when we find down dog, there's a resting pose of 5 breaths. Either coming down to your child's pose, lowering the knees, forehead to the mat. Arms resting down by your sides, or arms can be extended. Or if you're comfortable to stay in your down dog, stay there. If you're feeling more energetic today, perhaps coming down for dolphin, elbows down, forearms down. So down dog, but with the forearms down is our dolphin. Resting wherever you are, 3 more breaths. Steady deep breath in. And steady exhale out. 1 more deep breath in. Long breath out, coming back to find your downward facing dog when you're ready. So we're just going to add on a little bit more to that flow. Last time. Inhale, floating the right leg to the sky, bending the knee and opening the hips. Option here, if you want to have a little play, is to bring your right hand down a little bit. So we're shortening our down dog, and then slowly coming up onto your left fingertips, maybe beginning to take that left hand towards your left hip. This is a tricky one to balance, so don't worry, have a little bit of fun with it. You can widen your downward dog, that may help a little bit. Coming up slowly onto those left fingertips, we're looking to take the left hand towards the right foot. It's not happening for me today. In my live class, it seemed to go well. It's not going to happen with this recording. So slowly, just have a little play, right foot, left hand. Breathing steadily. When you find that connection, maybe kicking the right foot into the left hand and then coming back, regular down dog. We're taking the right foot then to the outside of the left foot, a hand. Option here again, keep that foot down, or maybe seeing if you can float it, or bending that right knee, taking hold of the outside of the right foot, and then kicking the right foot towards the top of the mat. Grounding through that left foot, opening through your shoulders, chest pulling forward between the leg and the arm. Look down, left hand down, inhale, right leg to the sky. Last time option for a wild thing, shift the weight forward, right foot coming down, or just stay in your three-legged dog. Lift the hips, take a breath. Looking down, right hand coming down. Last time, everyone, right leg to the sky. Look forward, right foot through between the hands. Ground the back foot, lifting up, inhale and exhale, open out, warrior two. Last time here, take a breath. Taking your reverse, this time turn the right palm up. We're taking a half bind with the left arm behind, finding that right hip or maybe onto the right thigh. See if you can lift the right heel as well, reach even taller into those right fingertips, take a breath. Drop the right heel, setting up for our last time half moon right side. So right hand coming down, maybe you keep the half bind with that left arm. If you want to, maybe coming to Ardha Chandra Shavasana or sugarcane pose, bending that left knee, right, left hand onto the top of that left foot, and then kicking the foot into the hand to open the hips. Breathing here, take a couple more breaths. And then softening the right knee, release the left foot if you have it, stepping back, finding your reverse. And then side angle, right side. This time option to take a full bind if that's in your practice. Left arm taking behind you, maybe the right hand coming down, rolling that right shoulder head internally. So you're rolling it in, the arm coming under the leg, maybe finding your left hand. Seeing if you can then draw your left shoulder back. So if the chest is facing the floor, maybe that's a little bit too deep for you. We want to keep the left ribs open to the sky. If you're in your full bind, option to step forward to a bird of paradise. So looking down to the right big toe, step the left foot alongside, root down through that left foot. And then as you exhale, lifting up, lifting your chest. Standing tall, lifting your gaze is going to help keep the left leg super strong. And then final expression of this pose is to point the right toes. Keep drawing the chest and shoulders back. Keep lifting your gaze, looking straight ahead. And then slowly coming down with control, right foot down, stepping back to your side angle. Find your reverse. Inhale, little freestyle here. Lift up if you're coming back from your bird of paradise. A little release, hands coming down, framing that right foot, stepping back, maybe a three-legged chaturanga, keeping that right foot lifted as you lower, and then both tops of the feet to the mat as you inhale, cobra up dog, exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. A little reset each time we vinyasa. And just the same on the left side. Inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale to straighten. This time left foot coming. Oh no, we want our little funky balance. So shorten your downward dog. I say we want that, so you can watch me falling. If you find that amusing today, it's all good. So maybe one side is easier than the other for you. Shorten your downward dog here. We've got the left hand pressing into the mat, the right foot pressing into the mat. Left foot is lifted, and then slowly coming onto your right fingertips. Bring the right hand towards your right hip, and then maybe taking hold of that left foot, seeing if you can kick the foot into the hand. Just take your time. There's no point trying to rush grabbing the foot. Perhaps just moving really slowly, and don't worry if you wobble. Have a little bit of fun with it. Yoga is supposed to be fun and enjoyable, not so serious. Clearly, I need to be practicing this one a little bit more. I'm sure I nailed it in a live class. And when you're ready, just coming back, three-legged dog. Bring that left foot to the outside of the right hand. Again, either foot can be down. Maybe the foot is lifted, or taking hold of that left foot on the outside of the left foot with the right hand, keeping both legs straight. So try to ground that right sole of the foot. Keep the leg straight as you kick the left foot to the top of the mat. Deep breath in, and then release. Left foot to the sky, right hand down. Last time, three-legged dog. Stay there, or wild thing. Your choice. Take your time. No rush. Breathe where you are. Looking down, left hand down. Inhale, last time, left leg to the sky. Look forward, left foot to the hands. Ground the back foot. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, opening out, warrior two. Find space in your chest, your hips. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Finding a reverse with the left hand going up to the sky, right hand across your lower back. Fingertips to your hip or onto that left thigh for your half bind. Reaching through the left hand, and then finding your half moon. Take your time. Use your block. Right leg extending. Chest and head reaching forward, and then maybe if you did on the other side, seeing if you can take hold of that right foot with the right hand. Kicking the foot then into bounce has gone left side. Keep your focus. Kicking that foot into your hand, opening the hips. Maybe beginning to find lightness through that left hand. Keep opening through your hips, through your chest. Deep breath in. Soften the left leg, left knee, then step the right foot back. Find your reverse. Exhaling to your side angle, left forearm down, right arm opening up. An option again to just take that half bind. Stay there. No obligation to take the full bind if it doesn't feel good. If you are, left hand coming down, left hand under that left leg, finding the right hand. Seeing if you can straighten the arms as much as you can if you're taking the bind, rolling that right shoulder open to the sky. Looking down, stepping the right foot forward if you want to come to your balance. Bird of paradise. Otherwise, staying in your side angle that little bit longer. Pressing down if you're coming to stand. Press through that right sole of the foot, lift the chest. Stand tall. Final expression is to then point those left toes up to the sky. Breathing steadily, draw the shoulders back. And then slowly coming down, left foot down. Right foot stepping back. Little freestyle reverse, lifting that left hand up and back. Exhaling, cartwheel, hands frame the left foot. Step back, last vinyasa. Take your time through it. Meeting back in down dog. Last pose, or last resting pose, I should say. Option to come down onto your forearms. If you have Pincha Mayurasana, forearm balance in your practice, feel free to go ahead if it's safe to do so. Otherwise, resting pose, 5 breaths in your down dog or child's pose, your choice. Steadily breathing wherever you are, 3 more breaths in your resting pose. Last couple of breaths. Last couple of breaths in your resting pose. Last couple of breaths in your resting pose. And then looking forward to the hands, we're coming to seated. Take the hands nice and wide, cross the ankles, coming forward to seated. I'm going to face you this way. We're just going to take a wide leg forward fold. So shuffle around, find your sit bones. The wider you have the legs is a little bit more challenging, so you can bring the legs a little bit closer together. Feel free to sit on that edge of a cushion or a rolled up blanket. And then just use your hands either side of your hips, seeing if you can lengthen up through the sides of your waist. Try to keep the toes and the knees facing up towards the sky. And just lifting up nice and tall here, pressing through your fingertips, lifting the chest. And then reaching the arms up, reach up, look up between the hands. Really lengthen up even more as you inhale, and as you exhale, hinging at the hips, reaching forward. Keep looking forward rather than down, but just stay and stop wherever you feel like you need to. And then hands coming down underneath your shoulders. Perhaps finding an inhale, finding a little bit more length in your spine, and exhale coming forward. But as I said, just stop, and if it means staying up here and just breathing steadily there, go ahead, stay there. Otherwise, slowly coming forward, perhaps down onto your forearms. And just closing the eyes here. Breathing deeply for several breaths. And just being still for a moment. Breathing some space into the hips, your hamstrings. And then slowly walking your hands up. Just use your hands behind your knees, just above the knees, gently bending the knees, drawing the legs in. Bring the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana, bring your heels as close into your body as you can. Give the knees a little flap side to side, or up and down, just into your hips. Bring your thumbs onto the inside arches of the feet. Take an inhale, lift the chest, and exhale as you hinge forward. Again, maybe just closing the eyes, breathing steadily here for a few breaths. And then lifting up, we'll take a seated twist. So just coming to a simple cross-legged or kneeling if you prefer. Taking an inhale, reaching the arms up. Taking the right hand to the top of the left knee, left hand behind you. Just a nice, simple seated twist. Sometimes just good to finish our practice with a twist before we come down onto our backs. For an inversion before we come to Shavasana. Taking an inhale, lifting up through the center, and exhale, twisting the other way, left hand on top of the right knee. Keep lengthening up through the spine, and exhale, finding rotation through the waist. And then releasing, coming back through the center, make your way down onto your back. We'll just close with one back bend. If you have full upward bow, Urdhva in your practice, feel free to take a shorter bridge and then come into that. Otherwise, just bring the heels up close to your buttocks, pressing the feet into the mat thighs, stay nice and parallel and active as you lift the hips towards the sky. Maybe shuffling onto your shoulders to clasp the hands, shoulder blades squeezing together. Just looking to lift and open through the front of the body. So either staying here in your bridge pose, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can take your hands either side of your head and lifting up to your Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow pose. Otherwise, just stay in your bridge. Breathing steadily, couple more breaths if you can. You're in your full upward bow, pressing your chest forward. And then chin to chest, slowly coming down onto your shoulders. And as we're just taking one back bend, you can gently hug the knees into your chest. We're going to finish with an inversion of your choice. So you can take a restorative legs up the wall. If you literally want to get near a wall and extend your legs up the wall, please go ahead. Otherwise, taking your cushion or your block and bringing it under your sacrum, you can just lift the legs to the sky there. Just make sure the block's not in your lower back, it's just on your flat bone of your sacrum, on your pelvis, rather than in your lumbar spine. Otherwise, if you'd like to take your shoulder stand, just be mindful not to turn your head at all, so no looking at the screen if it's to your side. I'll just demonstrate. We're lifting the knees towards your face, using your hands on your lower back, and you can self-adjust here, bringing the elbows towards each other. So with the legs bent, it's easier to self-adjust, walking the hands up the back and then lifting the legs to the sky. If this doesn't feel good, or if you have any neck issues, please avoid. Just extend the legs up to the sky, legs up the wall. Otherwise, if you're in your shoulder stand, looking to stack your ankles, your knees over your hips and your shoulders, so a long straight line, looking to your toes, or just closing down the eyes. Pressure should be in the shoulders, not the neck. If you want to, if you have plow pose halasana in your practice, gently taking your feet overhead, try to keep the hips stacked over your shoulders. If the feet are touching down, you can release the arms. Just avoid turning the head, avoid this if it doesn't feel good. Otherwise, closing your practice, halasana, plow pose. And then maybe bending the knees, drawing the knees either side of your head. If you have a different inversion that you would like to take, so just staying, breathing steady wherever you are. If you have a headstand in your practice and you would like to take that, please feel free to go ahead to safely take that if you already have it. Otherwise, coming down from your shoulder stand, use your arms, use your core, bringing the legs down, trying to keep the back of the head in contact with the mat. So if you've taken your shoulder stand or legs up the wall, take a counter pose of fish matsyasana, hands under your buttocks, pressing into the elbows, reaching the legs away, lifting your heart center up towards the sky, gently coming onto the crown of the head. Opening through your throat, your chest, take a breath. And then tongue to the roof of the mouth, gently coming down, chin to chest, release your arms. And then maybe taking a final twist on your back, or maybe a happy baby is a really good symmetrical pose to finish with, as we had at the start, hands to your ankles, or the outsides of the feet, drawing the knees down either side. And just be still or move. Just letting everything slow down for a few breaths here. Before we come to rest in Shavasana. So as always, if you have joined my live classes ever, I say feel free to take any postures to close your practice. So perhaps you're ready to rest in Shavasana laying down as we had at the start, or perhaps you would like to take any final postures. So long as it's safe to do so, please go ahead. There's no rush. You know best what your body needs from your practice. And then if you're already coming to Shavasana, perhaps popping on any layers, getting cozy with a blanket, maybe an eye pillow. And when you're ready, you can join us there in Shavasana. So please try to always finish with Shavasana, your final posture, a resting posture. After our physical practice, the asana practice, is really important that we let the body be still, to settle, to soothe the nervous system, to let everything slow down before you continue with your day or wherever you are headed after your practice. So coming to rest on your back. Allow your feet to flop out to the top corners of the mat, the arms away from the body, palms facing up. Take any shuffles that you need to with your hips, perhaps lifting your pelvis, lengthening the tailbone away and placing your hips back down. Shuffling your shoulders, maybe turning your head from right to left and back to the center. Closing your eyes if they're not already, taking a really deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Taking that once more deep breath in and exhale, longest breath out, let go. Allow your body and your mind to be still here just for a couple of minutes. Letting go of any thoughts or judgments about your practice. Simply being here now in the safety of your body. That steady, constant breath. Allowing the whole body to become softer yet heavier as you're held by the ground, by your mat. Give yourself just another minute here to be still, to be simply resting. Thoughts begin to rise up. Just notice. Let them pass. Use your breath as that anchor, just noticing the simplicity, the constant cycle of your inhale and exhale. Taking a deeper breath in and out, bring your awareness back to your body resting on your mat. If you need to and you have time to rest a little bit longer, please go ahead. Otherwise, if you're ready to close your practice, wiggling fingers and toes, opening palms, stretching out the soles of the feet, circling wrists and ankles, and then reaching the arms above the head, stretching long. Hugging the knees into your chest. And taking your right arm as a pillow, rolling to the right side. Pressing yourself up to find a comfortable seat. With your eyes closed, just take a moment here to notice any shifts in energy, any changes from the start of your practice. Taking an inhale, lifting the shoulders towards the ears. And an exhale, gliding down your back. Bringing your hands to heart center. Humbling your head to your heart, take a moment to remember your intention or your focus for your practice. Appreciating it just as it was without any criticism, any comparison or judgment. Thank you for sharing your practice today, for joining me. Namaste. Thank you. As always, if you have any questions, please get in touch. I hope you enjoyed that and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.